Gillette, and they were up Lane Mountain, and they had a flat tire. They had 2 flat tires. They only had 1 spare. They put that spare on. I rounded up a pickup, went over to the shop, and had them round up a spare tire that was available, threw it in the back of the truck, and headed towards Lane Mountain. I only got from the office to not even to Diamond Lake Boulevard, and the fuel gauge went from almost full to completely empty. And then I drove a little bit further and it went back up to full again, and then before I got to the edge of town it said empty. I thought this would really be ridiculous if I can't make it to him because I don't have enough fuel. So I contacted Keith and
says, I'm almost there, but I'm like so out of gas that I'm afraid I'm going to run out, so I'm going to turn around and go back. And I said, you seriously can't make it? And he says, no, I'm going to turn around and go back. So I said, okay. We meet somewhere in town. I can't even remember where it was. I got the tire. Then probably 2.5 hours later, I finally find them. Any one of us were to come to this road, we would go, I am not driving down this road. Hoffein's working over the hill somewhere. So Gary starts putting the tire on, and he had a bunch of stuff like rocks and tools and stuff out from trying to get the other tires off the flats. So I start picking up all that stuff, and I'm not really paying attention to what he's doing. And he makes a comment like, man, this tire's not going on very good. And I'm like mad at that point, and I kind of look at it and I go, it'll be fine, Gary, just put it on. He gets it on, and the whole time he's going like, this isn't working very good. I go, I'm taking off, you know, I'll see you up there, because Ken was supposed to meet him up along the road somewhere, and I was just going to leave. I was ready to be gone. We get up there, and I'm trying to scrap out of there, having a little bit of a hard time. And I finally get up there, and I go, you know, I should probably just wait and make sure they don't get stuck. Well, like 10-15 minutes go by, no Gary and Ken, so I call them on the radio. Gary says, I think we got a little bit of a problem. You probably need to come back down. And I'm like, seriously? Yeah, seriously. So I go back down.
An hour later, I got another call from I don't know if it was from Keith or from Gary. I don't recall. But the phone call came in, and a rather sheepish voice on the other end of the line said, we have another flat tire. Said we put the tire on and went to move the truck, and it didn't move 2 feet before all the air went out of that tire too. So I said, okay. Well, the tire went on backwards, and the valve stem got chopped off when it went to move the truck. So it didn't even get one full rotation of the wheel before the valve stem got broken off and the tire went flat.
We found that a little hard to believe. Well, we had to rob a tire off of one of the other pickups and ship it out to them, but in the meantime we found out that they had put the tire on backwards. So we wrote this side out on the tire so we wouldn't be any confusion that way.
Threw that in the back of the truck, which I had then already filled up and knew had enough gas to get there, and I headed up to take them the tire with the explicit instructions on how to change the tire. Everything was back to normal. They got the wheels to roll, and the truck came on down the mountain home.
So Hoffein was working and never even knew about any of it. It was like nothing ever happened to him. Because he's used to working till 8 o'clock at night anyway.